Hey, what can I help you with?
Howdy.
What do we have here?
Maps and battle plans of the Battle of Iwo Jima.
Well, these aren't top secret anymore, are they?
I don't think so.
I didn't think so either.
Decided to come to the pawn shop today to sell my maps and battle plans of the Battle of Iwo Jima. It's one of the most well-known battles of World War II in the Pacific. The raising of the flag on Mount Suribachi. That's one of the most famous pictures of World War II there is.
So how did you get these?
They were my dad's. He was a landing craft operator, took the Marines on the beach. His name is on the papers itself. These were his papers.
W.D. Coxwell?
No, W.D. Fields, coxswain.
What's a coxswain?
Coxswain was the steerer of the boat. He was in charge of the boat.
My dad actually carried these maps into the battle itself. They were briefed on this beforehand. They were all top secret. No one knew of exactly what was going on until the actual battle itself. All these maps show the different depths of tides, certain times of the day, what was in each certain section of the beach.
Iwo Jima is only 650 miles from Tokyo. Capturing that island meant that we could reach their largest city, and this was the key to victory. They put thousands and thousands of people on this beach in a matter of hours, son.
And it was one of the biggest battles in the Pacific.
This is the view the Marines had as they made their way onto the beach. This guy's dad knew this map by heart, but when he saw that beach for the first time, he must have been terrified.
You really, really got me here. What did you want to do with it?
My daughter's getting married. I'd like to sell it.
I mean, it's really, really unique. I mean, it really tells a story about what went on that day, which a lot of people would really be interested in. The only thing I can think of right now is I have a friend. He's a curator of Clark County Museums here.
Okay.
Let's have him take a look at him. He can sort of give me an idea of the rarity, or I can come up with a value.
Yeah, well,
Go from there?
yeah, we got to go from there.
Okay. All right, cool.
Sounds good.
All right.
What's going on, Mark?
Hey, old man, how you doing? Haven't seen you for a while.
Oh, I'm all right.
I'm the administrator of the Clark County Museum System. I am passionate about the role and value of museums and the role of artifacts and how we can use that to learn about history. These are interesting. These are very nice. So how did you come up with these?
My dad was a landing craft operator.
So he was at Iwo Jima.
Yes, he was.
Well, I doubt whether he met my dad, but my dad was there as well.
They could have waved at one time.
They could have, indeed. The Battle of Iwo Jima began in February of 1945. The idea was to take the island and use it as a base for bombers as part of the strategic bombing campaign over Japan. What's interesting about them is, if you notice, the date on them is the 4th of July, 1944. The invasion wasn't until February of 1945. So these are much earlier. And they talk about it coming from aerial photography, from aerial photographs. They thought that the invasion would be relatively easy. It didn't turn out to be an easy one, unfortunately. One of the oddities with Iwo Jima is that it's volcanic sand there, and it turned out that volcanic sand made very good concrete, which was not a good thing for our side because the amount of fortifications that were built into it, the tunnels and all of that, it was very difficult to get into. It was going to be a bloodbath no matter what we did. The Japanese knew that we were coming. They knew that Iwo Jima was a logical place for us to next invade. That's why they spent the amount of money and the amount of manpower to fortify the island to the extent that they did.
So these were actually used in the field?
Yeah, he would have needed to have this to know, okay, if you're going in on Blue 1, this is what you need to be aware of the beach that you're going into. The interesting thing is where it says hot rocks, that's what they called Mount Suribachi on the plans. So that's correct on these. To me, documents like this bring alive the battle. The bullets are flying, the machine guns are going, the mortars are going, the bombs are going. All of this is going on, and he's got this thing in his pocket. And you see it, and it just makes it real. 40,000 men were killed or injured. And when you think about that, 40,000 men fighting and dying for this chunk of land out in the middle of the ocean. As late as 1951, the last two Japanese in the tunnels on Iwo Jima surrendered. It's 1951. They were still hiding out in the tunnels there. So these speak very directly to the battle. It's a wonderful piece.
Mark, have you got any idea what the value is?
Well, you know I'm not going to give you a price on it.
I know that, but how rare are they?
My guess is that these are extremely rare. I don't think you're going to find another one in your lifetime. You know, you should be really proud of what your dad did as
Very
well.
much so, yeah.
This speaks directly to what his experience was in World War II. Thank you for bringing them by.
Thank you. I'm very pleased.
Not a problem. Rick,
All right.
good to see you again.
Thanks again, Mark.
Thank you, old man. Thanks
Hey,
for coming
thank
out.
you. It's always a pleasure.
This was great. I learned a lot about these documents, and I feel confident about making an offer now. I just hope we can make a deal, as I'd love to have these.
All right. Now we got a better idea. What do you want for it? That's the problem. You know, when you don't have something to compare it to, it's really hard coming up with a price.
After talking with Mark, I got pretty excited.
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely different stuff.
Like I said, I'm just trying to generate some money for my daughter's wedding. Make me an offer.
Okay.
$1. The problem you have with a one-of-a-kind item like this, you don't know what it's worth. It could be peanuts, or it could be the whole peanut farm.
I can't come up with a clue of what this stuff is worth, and I'm just taking a real shot in the dark here. I'll give you $2,000 for the stuff. I mean, that is a complete shot in the dark.
Way back in my head, I had a little number, like 35.
No. But it's not my number.
27.
It's a big pig in a poke. You know that.
I'll go 22 on it.
How about 24?
2,300.
Done.
23, it's a deal.
I'm really happy with the way this turned out for everyone. He got some good money for his daughter's wedding. We got a piece of American history, and I can't wait to tell some of my veteran buddies about it.
1, 2, 3.
Thank you.
Thanks a lot, man.